Um, Hello students, this is chapter 5, capacitance. Capacitor is a device to store electrical energy. So it will look like this one. It will have metal plates like this. First plate is positive plate and the second plate is negative plate. Okay, and the middle portion in between these two plates is called dielectric, like it will be an insulator. It can be either air or water or some liquid. So why we are using capacitor is that it is it will act like a battery. You know, battery is a device which will store electrical energy, and we can use it to light up the lamps, to rotate a small motor, like that. So it is a device which will store electrical energy, right? But in capacitor it don't have electrical energy inside, but the capacitor can be charged to store electrical energy, and we can keep it for some time and we can use the same electrical energy for other purposes. So this is the difference of capacitor from battery. So this whole chapter is about capacitor and its problems. Let's move on to type 1 question. This is one of the common type of question in end of the term exam. Like they will give you the picture or the symbol of a capacitor, either this or this, and they will ask you which type of capacitor is this one. So in general we have two types of capacitor. First one is called fixed capacitor and second one is called variable capacitor. Fixed means it will have constant value of capacitance like 10 millifarad, 20 millifarad, 30 millifarad. The value will be constant. Okay, and its symbol is like this with two plates. One on the left side is positive plate, one on the right side is negative plate. And when it comes to the variable capacitor, it will have a range of values. For example, its value of capacitance will be in the range from 10 to 20 millifarad, or 20 to 30 millifarad, or 40 to 50 millifarad. And the symbol of variable capacitor will be like this, the one with the arrow, which means it will vary up to a limit. So this is the type 1 question. This is an important note, like you should know these three important facts while dealing with end of the term exam. If in a question paper, if it is given 1 mF, this will be read as 1 millifarad. F is farad and this is the unit of capacitance. Milli means the value of milli is 10 raised to minus 3, which means 1000, 3 zeros. Okay, so if whenever you see a value with mf like 10 mf or 20 mf, you have to replace the m with 10 raised to minus 3. Like if it is 10 mf, you should replace it with 10 multiply 10 raised to minus 3 farad. So this will be the correct value. Okay, like that, if it is like this, 1 microfarad, 1 mu f, which is read as 1 microfarad, instead of micro you have to replace it with 10 raised to minus 6, which is double of this one. So micro is double of milli. Okay, and if it is centimeter, you have to replace centi with 10 raised to minus 2. These are the three things you have to keep in mind in capacitance chapter. Okay, let's move on to type 2 question. Before moving to type 2 question, you have to study an equation which is C equals Q by V, where C is the capacitance, its unit is farad, and we will write it as F, capital F, and Q is the charge inside the capacitor, like the electrical energy inside the capacitor. Its unit is coulomb and we will write it as capital C. and V is the voltage generated in the capacitor. It will be in volts and we will put the symbol as V. So C equal to Q by V, which means if you have a capacitor which is charged, if you want to find the value of capacitance, just divide the charge inside the capacitor divided by the voltage. Okay, so C equal to Q by V. So for easy method, you can draw a triangle or a circle like this, and you can study like you studied for speed, distance, like that. Put C here on the left, Q on the top, and V here. So Q equals C multiply V, C equals Q divided by V, and V equals Q divided by C. So this is very important equation. Okay, it can come in multiple choice or in answer the following. So let's see the question. What is the capacitance when charge Q is 60 microcoulomb and voltage V is 12 volt? Okay, this was a multiple choice question. So you should know the equation. So just write the equation first. For finding capacitance, the equation is C equals Q divided by V. Okay, Q is given in the question 60 mu C. Mu, I told you it's 10 raised to minus 6. So you have to replace it with 10 raised to minus 6. Divided by V is given voltage 12 volts. So divided by 12, which is 60 by 12 is 5. I will keep this one as same into 10 raised to minus 6, and I will write it as 5 mu F microfarad, because you want to find the value of capacitance, right? The unit of capacitance is farad. Okay, so this is a type 2 question. You can expect this question either in multiple choice or in answer the following. Not, it won't be the same, the values will be different, but the pattern is same. Now type 3 question. This is called the question which is related to capacitive reactance. Okay, it is similar to resistance. You know, you studied Ohm's law, which has current, voltage, and resistance, right? Okay, that resistance is when we are using a resistor in the circuit. Okay, if you are using a capacitor instead of resistor, we call that resistance value as capacitive reactance. Okay, and it is denoted like this. Reactance symbol is X, and since it is for capacitor, we will put C here. So XC is called capacitive reactance, and its formula is it is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi Fc. Okay, the value of pi will be given in the question paper, so just you need to substitute. F is called the frequency and C is called the capacitance value. Okay, this equation is Ohm's law. You know that Ohm's law, I current is equal to V voltage by R, right? Since we are using capacitor, instead of R, we will use capacitive reactance. So the Ohm's law will be I equals V divided by XC. Let's see a question. Question will be like this. How much current flows through a 150 millifarad capacitor when a signal of 12 volt and 50 hertz is applied across it? So it's given in the question, the capacitance value is 150 microfarad. Sorry, millifarad. Milli means 10 raised to minus 3. And it's given 12 volt, which is the voltage, and it is given 50 hertz, which is the frequency. So just write the equation first. Xc, capacitive reactance, is 1 by 2 pi F. Pi is 3.14. Normally it will give in the question paper. Okay, and F is, it's given 50 hertz, so 50, and C is 150 millifarad, which is 150 into 10 raised to minus 3. So if you divide this one, you will get this one answer, 0.021 ohm. Okay, And so now you got, since this is XC, I told you it's similar to resistance, its unit will be ohm, like resistance. Okay, now the Ohm's law is I equal to V by XC. V is 12, which is given in the question, and XC, now you got a value, divide and you will get the answer, and the unit of that current is ampere. Now, I want to tell you one secret. Like, for any problems like this, the marks will be like this. 1 mark is for the equation. Okay? 1 mark is for the equation. 1 mark is for substitution. Like, if you write the answer directly, you won't get full marks. There is 1 mark for the equation, 1 mark for the substitution, and zero point 0.5 mark for the final answer, and zero point 0.5 mark for the unit. So if you didn't write the unit, you will lose 0.5 mark. And the happy news is that even if you don't know how to divide this thing, just leave it like this. You will lose only 0.5 mark for the final answer. But if you put like equals dash ohm, which means if you don't know the final answer, just keep it blank and put the unit ohm, you will lose only 0.5 mark. You will get the rest 3.5 mark. Okay, so please don't leave the equation. You have to write the equation, then substitution, then leave the final value if you don't know how to divide, and put the unit. Okay, you will have the marks for that. So this is a type of question, and this is very compulsory question. It will come in answer the following, and it will be for 4 marks. So please study this one. The values will be different. Now, type 4 is a possible type of multiple choice questions from capacitance chapter. Okay, so the first one will be, the capacitor is a device to store electric charge. Its unit is farad. Okay, when the plate area of the capacitor increases, the capacitance increases. This thing, I know that it's hard, but you need to study by heart. Okay, there is no explanation for this one. These are the possible multiple choice questions, and you need to study by heart. Just memorize the answers. The one on red color is the answers, and you can, maybe you will find the same question in end of the term. Okay, because this all are repeated ones. So try to memorize this multiple choice questions. Now move on to type 5, which is very important and compulsory question, and very simple one. I will read it for you. For the current and voltage waveforms of pure AC capacitive circuit is shown below. Fill in the space with correct word from the table. So you will be provided with a table with the answers like voltage waveform, charge, current waveform, Vmax, Imax, discharge. And this one in the red color will be blank. You need to fill. These are the answers actually. Okay, so they will give you two waveforms, like two waves. The one in this first one wave is this one. Okay, not this one. The first wave starting from the positive is this one, which is violet color. This wave is called current waveform for capacitance. Okay, the path of current in a capacitor is this one. The second one is this one, and this is called the voltage waveform, or the path of voltage in capacitance. The peak value, or the topmost part of this wave, which is the voltage waveform, is Vmax, maximum voltage, and the second most is the Imax, which is maximum current. Okay, so the topper point is, just look at which voltage waveform is this. So it's a voltage waveform, so it will be Vmax, and this one is current waveform, so it will be Imax. This area, like 0 volt to 90 degree, is called charging period of a capacitor, and 90 degree till 180 degree is called discharging period of a capacitor. So the first one is charge, second one is discharge. So just memorize these names for capacitor. I repeat, the capacitor's first wave is this one, which is current waveform. It's not voltage. The first waveform of capacitor is current, second is voltage. The topmost part of voltage waveform is Vmax, maximum voltage, and the current waveform is Imax, maximum current. So this is it.